Hello and welcome to this video. This late summer we got new carpet, and the carpet came wrapped around this giant tube. And I thought, there's so many cool things I can make out of that. What should I make first? Well, I like goofing around trying to make flutes out of unusual materials and large bore flutes for fun, because it gives it more of like a earthy sound, like foghorn kind of or something. So I don't know what I'm doing at all. I just decided to make it the length of just about 2 feet long, and I'll cut holes in random places and then fill them up if I need to. And it's going to be roughly an end-blown style flute, but I'm not going to make it like a shakuhachi because the diameter is too big, as far as I know. Anyway, yeah. So I coated the inside of this with tape to try to make the sound waves bounce around a little bit better. I didn't really feel like using like a lacquer or something, since this is really very experimental. And so similarly, I covered the top with tape to see if I could get any sound. And I cut kind of this shape here, but then I undercut it inside. And so I have been able to get a sound, but it's just real faint. I thought about trying to put a hole like this, but I think the diameter is too big. So I'm going to just go ahead and stick some holes in and see how that works and what happens. What I did was I just put my hands on here wherever it's comfortable, and then marked where my fingers were. So let's see, like right here, there, for this hand, and then a spot for my thumb. But we'll see. I'll just do what I can, and then check back in and see if I was able to make notes. So it's not quite what I'd hoped it would be. Hoped it would be more like ooh, or some kind of like weird deep. But I guess I'm kind of glad that I was able to make a sound with it at all, because at first I just couldn't get it. It probably took me 5 to 10 minutes or more of going as to get even a sound at all. So I'm gonna drill the holes. So I drilled 2 holes. The one thing that's actually nice about this being so big is you can just reach your hand right inside and try to clean up the holes and stuff. And I cleaned them up the best I could. And I can't get the main note anymore. So I don't really know what to do. Hey, so I had previously filmed a whole outro saying, I guess this flute is just a fail, and I want to, you know, be okay with failure, and because if you don't if you're afraid of failing, then you usually don't have as much opportunity to succeed. You know, there's lots of things that I really value about that sort of thing that you've probably heard before. And I was going to leave it at that. Well, I kind of kept, like, I guess the principle of it being okay to fail is that you fail and then you learn from it and you keep trying and stuff like that. Well, without even having a strong intention about it, I just wanted to keep trying to make a sound. And I kept modifying the top, like it was just flat tape. So I kind of pushed it in so that my chin could fit in there so I could get a sound better. And I did get a sound a little bit and then totally didn't. So then what I thought was I'd put this cone on top. It's made from a cereal box. So I tried playing it this way, which is how you'd play like a flute called a ney, N-E-Y. And it didn't make a sound. And so I just kept playing it. Just trying to play it, trying to play it. And just because I wanted to, I don't know, I just kept wanting to try to see if I could make a sound. Well, lo and behold, I made a sound. And it turned out I had to open my mouth as big as I could. So like, there's a way to play like a didgeridoo, like a flute, and you open your mouth large, but then you put your tongue in a U shape, so it makes like, that's what makes the column of air. And even though the hole's only this big, I can't make a sound unless I do that. So here's what it's like. So, in case you're interested, I'll just show you up close what my mouth looks like. So, a normal way of playing, if this was just a tube this diameter, you'd play it like this. Anyway, the holes are too small. What I was remembering is, I think I've heard something about how the hole size, there's some proportional relationship between the hole size and the bore diameter. So I need to just make these holes way bigger. I got it to play and it makes that kind of booming sound that I wanted. So I'm pretty happy about that. I put another hole and I enlarged one of the holes that was already there, and it still doesn't change the pitch that much. So I think I'm just gonna leave it at that, and I'll show you, let you hear how it sounds. So since it doesn't move the pitch that much, I think I'd have to make the hole real big and then make like a pad that goes over it, kind of like you have on a saxophone or something. I'm not prepared to do that right now. So I'm going to leave it as it is and just have fun making the 3 very closely spaced notes that I have. I hope you enjoyed watching this weird journey of trying to make a carpet tube into a flute. I'm actually pretty happy with the way it turned out, considering I thought it would be a total failure. So, if you want to, check out some of my other videos. Bye!